Okay, it's time to start working on the Kubota tractor. I just about have all the parts that I need for the conversion. I'm still waiting on a few, which I'll discuss in this video. This is a model T1760, and I'm going to be using one of two engines. I have a Briggs & Stratton 21 horse V-twin Intech, which should fit, but it might be a little bit big for the engine compartment. But I also have a 16 horse Briggs & Stratton V-twin Vanguard, which might just be a little bit better of a fit for that machine. It's a little bit smaller up front, uses a much smaller air filter element at the front. The only downside is everything's at the front on this engine and it may not fit. So the idea is not to cut anything on that Kubota tractor, including the wiring harness. So the plan is, I have a new wiring harness on order. It's from a Kubota T1760, which is the next model down, but it came factory with a Kawasaki single cylinder air-cooled engine. So it uses a standard coil that pretty much every other lawn tractor would use to shut off. Basically, you ground out the coil and it shuts off. This one here is all electronic. So by shut it off, it kills power to the CDI box. That's the problem I was having, is how to wire this up. I could wire it up, but how to shut it off and how to retain my safety switches. I believe the clutch and the mower brake safety would have still worked, but the seat safety would not have, and I don't really like that idea. So I got a new wiring harness on order. It should be here in the next week or so. I also have a crank bolt. That's the only other thing I'm really kind of worried about. I did try and get one at Canadian Tire the other day, but of course the size I needed, they didn't have any more in stock. So I know what I need if this one I did order won't work out. So we'll go down that road when it comes. So anyways, the first step on this is to get the front end taken apart, hood off, get these pieces off right here. Like I said, I'd like to put everything back on like it was for factory. These probably won't have to go back on, but we'll see. I originally thought they were welded, but they're not. They are bolted in. So I'd like to get everything at the front of the engine taken apart. I'd like to get this engine put back together. It does still have value. Even though it does not run, these engines are still very expensive. So I'd like to resell this engine to somebody who knows maybe they have a blown engine that needs it for parts, or wants to put the electronics back on this and make it run. It should run with the electronics, but the price of the electronics is so expensive, it's cheaper to change the engine and change the entire wiring harness to make this thing run. So that's where I'm at on this machine at the moment, and that's your update for this. So I'll talk to them later. Please keep redneck like always, and please subscribe and comment like always.